Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about how I went to a pet store for a chinchilla and actually ended up coming home with a 8-week-old guinea pig. So, let's start from the beginning. So I realized I wanted an animal myself. And I've always been an animal lover, like I love them, and animals are my favorite thing. Well, my number one favorite thing is my boyfriend, because, I gotta love him, right? He's the love of my life, I could not be happier that I met him. Ignore how I look. It is currently almost 11 p.m. at night. This is my third time trying to record it. I posted it once, had my boyfriend watch it, and he pointed out that I cussed, and I realized, you know what? That probably isn't a good idea to have on my YouTube, because apparently I cussed a lot, which I didn't notice, but this one's going to be cuss-free. Or I'm going to try. But, so at the time, I had mice. Because of the fact that my school got shut down, they had nobody to take the mice. So I offered to take them. I had them for about a good month or two. They got very aggressive. I needed to give them back. I gave them back. And then I started researching animals. I didn't want a hamster because they're really small. And I don't really want to hurt the hamster. I wanted a bigger animal that likes to be held. And through my research and my mom's help, I chose a chinchilla. Because they're soft, they're big, and they're fun. So I found animal shelters that had, not animal shelters, pet stores, because it's a pandemic and pet stores required you to wear a mask or whatever. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure. So then I found one. I believe I went to Petco. And the website said they had it. And I went to the Petco, with my dad. We expected to at least get all the supplies needed, like cane, food, all the essentials, for beginning. And then, as we went on with having it, we would get the more stuff that I needed. Well, we go there to get the stuff. I go in the animals. I don't see a single chinchilla. And see, keep in mind, I went there to specifically get a chinchilla and hold a chinchilla and get a picture with a chinchilla and feel how soft a chinchilla was. So, yeah. But that did not happen, and I was very upset. So basically, I'm looking around, and I don't see a single chinchilla. I go up to someone, I was like, hey, do you have chinchillas? They're like, no. I was like, the website said you guys did. They said, and they just told me this is a smaller location. They may have them at their bigger locations around my area that I'm in. And my dad called them. They said they didn't have them. I was really upset. I ran across the whole freaking store and cried to get away from my dad. And I was on the phone with my boyfriend. Before I started crying, my boyfriend knew that I was going to start crying. And he was already telling me to calm down and stuff, But, I was, really upset, got my hopes up. But, so, my dad's like, I walked back over there once I calmed down. And he's like, you can get a different animal. So I look at animals. They had hamsters, guinea pigs, mice, fancy. I think another one was fancy guinea pig. And then there were gerbils. And then there were 2 to 4 birds. Those were mammals in the small animal or live, whatever section you want to call it. And I found him. Now, I looked at the guinea pigs because I'm looking for a bigger animal because I don't, I like small animals, but, I feel like I would accidentally kill, a hamster. I'll have it on my bed and I won't see it, I'll accidentally sit on it, or whatever, because they are actually kind of small. So, what is he doing? I don't even know. But you know, so my dad's having me look at animals. I'm being difficult because I'm upset. I'm like, no, I don't like any of these. And then once I end up calming down, I start looking at him again. I was like, I like this one. And there's 3 of them in there. And he is actually a multicolored one, but it's not like multicolored all at once. You know, he has like brown and black on one eye. He's like white, and on one of his eyes is brown and black. And then he has little stripes, little spots of black, and then little spots of brown throughout his back. And I found him very cute, and I wanted him. So my dad was like, okay, you can get that one. So, I go up to the lady. My dad's like, okay, go find someone so we can get you this animal, this guinea pig. I was like, okay. I find someone. I'm like, hey, we're gonna get a guinea pig. Can you get him out for us? And they're like, well, do you guys have everything? And we're like, no. Like, well, get everything you need in a cart that you're gonna get for him, and then I'll call someone over to help you. I was like, okay, because this lady I don't think was from that department, so they had to get someone for that department over. So when we pick out the KT Complete Kit, because it came with bedding, food, bedding, food, a little bag of food, water bottle, food bowl, and then the cage. And I actually regret getting the KT Complete Kit because I ended up having to go buy complete other stuff and using some of the stuff that I had left over from the mice, because the bedding it came with was not enough bedding to fill it at all. So yeah, you know, and they put him in this little box. My dad signs the papers, tells us like there's like 30 days, like I don't know if something's wrong with the animal or we just don't want it. We have like, I think it was either 14 or 30 days to bring it back, and if it had any issues, health issues, they would take care of it for free or whatever. So, and when they were getting him out, they were telling me about him. You know, like they actually lack vitamin C. They can't make vitamin C on their own. And also that he is 8 weeks old. He was 8 weeks old at the time, and that was in May. So he's about, I want to say 5 months old now. He's an American guinea pig, and they had actually had him just about a week, so he was completely unsocialized, which I actually kind of liked, but kind of didn't. I liked it because, you know what, I could socialize him in the way that I wanted to, and have him get familiar with me the way I want him to. You know, he's a very happy boy. Yet when we got there, he was living with, I believe, 2 other guinea pigs. And he's completely happy by himself. Actually, I don't think he would be good with another one because he's been living on his own for 3 months. I don't feel like putting him with a new cage mate would actually be beneficial to him. Now he is actually getting really late, so I'm just gonna like rush this video. So now onto the things that I wish I knew before getting him. One thing I wish I knew is they run really fast. They're very fast runners. They jump. They popcorn. They require hay. I thought that he was an animal that did not require hay. And so I got him knowing nothing about him. So I had to call my friend and be like, hey, I got this guinea pig. I don't know how to take care of him or what he needs. So she told me everything I need to know. So yeah, you know, they need a lot of room. he's fine in his small cage right now because he's little. But soon I will have to size up because he's getting big. He's a big boy. He gets they get 1/8 cup per day. They need veggies every day, which he loves carrots, but we can't give him that often because the vet says to not to. So yeah. He loves to jump on his cage, which he's doing that right now. Right now, he is actually scratching at his Timothy hay hut. But they also do need a lot of hides. And they require a lot of attention. I don't know if I noticed that, but you have to be able to get them out every day. Especially when they're young, because you don't want them to become unsocialized. I've had him for 3 months, and there's been a total, I think there's been 1 day out of those 3 months that I did not get him out. And that was because I was working, or whatever. But I am currently unemployed. I'll do another story time about that. Because that was crazy. I am able to afford him. But they need a lot of stuff. They're not cheap animals. I thought he was going to be a cheap animal to care for. But they're not. They require hay, which I already mentioned. They require hay, daily veggies, cage upgrades, especially if you buy one from the pet store, toys, bedding. Now, the thing with bedding that I hate is it is not easy to find like cheap bulk beddings, I think the most in a pet store I have found around me is a 50-liter bag. And that only lasts about 3 cage cleanings. And you're only supposed to fully clean the cage once a week, which is what I do. And then his cage gets extremely smelly. So yeah, it gets very smelly. But he loves to, now on the things about him. He does not like his toys. He loves to lick people, he loves to jump, he loves to be on your back. He loves to jump up on your chest and then walk down your back. And he also loves to be my hair. He loves jumping on his hides and jumping in his hair. And he jumps a lot. And I have this one specific hide for him. I don't know what it is, but I don't think he likes it because every time he goes in it, he makes this one singular loud squeaking sound, a high-pitched squeak sound, when I have the hide on my bed. So yeah, that is the story of how I went for a chinchilla and got a guinea pig, things I wish I knew, and then facts about him.